Hello and welcome. Today we are looking at Kim Soo Hyun not simply as a famous Korean actor, but as one of the clearest examples of how a performer can move through different eras of Hallyu without losing his commercial value, his dramatic credibility, or the public's curiosity. In an industry where many stars become strongly associated with one image, one character, or one period of popularity, Kim Soo Hyun has repeatedly managed to return at moments when audiences were ready to question whether his peak had already passed. That question became especially important after Queen of Tears, because the drama did not just remind viewers that he was still a major name, it placed him back at the center of one of Korean television's biggest conversations. When Queen of Tears aired in 2024, the reaction around the drama grew beyond ordinary romantic drama popularity. The series finale reached a nationwide rating of 24.850% according to Nielsen Korea, surpassing Crash Landing on You and becoming TVN's highest-rated drama at the time. For Kim Soo Hyun, this mattered because he was not entering the project as a rising actor trying to prove himself, but as a star whose earlier hits had already shaped Korean drama history. The success of the show therefore carried a different meaning. It suggested that his appeal had not weakened with time, and that he could still lead a drama capable of dominating both domestic ratings and international discussion. What made his performance as Baek Hyun-woo effective was not only the emotional crying scenes that quickly circulated online, but the way he built the character around restraint, exhaustion, pride, and quiet vulnerability. Hyun-woo could easily have become a passive male lead trapped inside a glamorous chaebol melodrama, but Kim Soo Hyun played him as a man whose emotional collapse was constantly being postponed. That technique gave the drama a sense of pressure. Viewers were not only waiting for the romance to repair itself, they were waiting for the character to finally admit what he had buried under matters, work, marriage politics, and wounded pride. The timing of this comeback also matters. Before Queen of Tears, Kim Soo Hyun had already returned from military service, taken on high-profile projects, and remained one of the most expensive and recognizable actors in Korea, but not every project after his service had the same universal impact as his earlier dramas. It's Okay to Not Be Okay was internationally admired and became a strong Netflix-era title, while One Ordinary Day presented him in a darker, more intense crime drama context. Yet Queen of Tears restored the exact type of mainstream cultural visibility that transforms a drama from a successful release into a national viewing event. Still, Kim Soo Hyun's career cannot be understood only through ratings. His strength has always been his ability to combine polished star presence with emotional accessibility. He can look distant, elegant, and almost unreachable in promotional images, but on screen he often succeeds by making emotional humiliation visible. This contrast is central to his appeal. In My Love from the Star, he played an alien who had lived for centuries, yet the character's emotional awakening felt intimate. In Moon Embracing the Sun, he carried royal authority while showing grief beneath ceremonial control. In Queen of Tears, he once again used that same tension between surface composure and private damage. The larger industry lesson is that Kim Soo Hyun represents a type of Korean leading man who does not rely only on youth, novelty, or constant public exposure. His career has been built through strategic scarcity, carefully selected roles, and a public image that usually avoids unnecessary noise. That is why each project receives intense attention. Audiences are not watching an actor who appears everywhere, but one whose returns feel planned, expensive, and consequential. This creates pressure, but it also creates prestige, because every new role is judged as an event. So when we talk about Kim Soo Hyun after Queen of Tears, we are not only talking about another successful drama. We are talking about the rare ability to re-enter the center of the industry after already having been there before, and to do it without looking like a nostalgic figure from a previous Hallyu wave. His career shows how long-term stardom depends not only on popularity, but on timing, role selection, emotional precision, and the ability to make audiences believe that a familiar actor can still surprise them. Thank you for watching, and tell me in the comments whether you think Queen of Tears was Kim Soo Hyun's true second peak, or simply another chapter in a career that still has more to reveal.